All right, so we got one more elasticity video to make here, and I want to just kind of help you read the graph because this screws kids up royally. They may understand everything about the externality graph, but just reading it, they just start to have trouble with this one thing. So I've identified for you here the private or the free market quantity of output in both cases. So again, we're just looking where the marginal private benefits and the marginal private costs go. Same thing over here. And so we've got that right here. And for both of these, positive and negative externality, that's not the socially optimal. That's not considering the social cost or the social benefits in each of these respective cases. So I'd like you to do something. Let's just look over here at the negative externality. All right, ignore the positive externality right now. Just look at the negative. And I'd like you to compare for me the marginal social cost and the marginal social benefit at 50 here on this graph. What do you notice about it? Well, hopefully what you did is you went straight up from 50. You said, okay, well, the marginal social benefit is right here, and the marginal social cost is right here. So the social costs are higher than the social benefits. So if our costs are higher than our benefits, should we be doing this? No. We talked about this in like the first week economics. If the costs are greater than the benefits, that's a no-go. If your benefits are greater than your costs, you should be doing more. You should continue to produce or continue to do whatever activity that is. But here it's cost greater than benefits, which is why we want to reduce our output for negative externality. So that's the type of question they might ask you. Or they could ask you, how does the marginal private benefit and marginal private cost at the free market output, how do they compare? Then you would have to look at this curve, the marginal private cost, and this curve, the marginal private benefit, and you would go, oh, they intersect. They're the same. Okay? That's the type of thing that they would ask you. Now, if you come over here to our positive externality now, let me ask you the same question. How did the marginal social benefit and the marginal social cost compare here at 50? Well, hopefully you went up from 50. You said, okay, well, here's the marginal social cost at 50. And you went up here and you said, okay, this is the marginal social benefit at 50. And so you said, wait a second. The cost is lower than the benefit. Wait a second. Wait, the benefit's bigger than the cost here. I should be producing more. And lo and behold, we should. This is a positive externality. There's extra benefits. We should be producing more than the free market allows. Similarly, perhaps they could ask you to compare the marginal private cost to the marginal private benefits at, say, the socially optimal level of output. So they would, again, I'll say that again. So they want you to compare the marginal private cost with the marginal private benefits. So you're at this quantity here. You go here, you go, okay, my private benefits are here, and my private costs are up here. So my private costs are bigger than my private benefits. And they can do all sorts of these things. So just like when you had like your monopoly graphs, and it was really important to find that quantity, and then from there figure out what the values of your average total cost or your marginal cost or whatever it was, same thing applies here. All right. Now, hopefully this will prepare you to do this one. All right. So this, again, it says at the free market quantity. So you got to figure that out first. And then you're going to find these two things. Okay. And use this graph. And then this one is the free market quantity again. All right. But the graph is a little bit different than before. So do those two. And then contact me if you want to know the right answers and check yourself. If you're really confident, check with a neighbor. Make sure you're good to go. All right, so follow your calendar here, and you should be done with externalities today. Okay? All right. Now let me know if you have any trouble, and make sure you're checking in with me. Okay, bye.